Well, guess who is back? Yeah, it's your boy Cheese. I haven't done a video in so long. I'm looking kind of scruffy, but this has been on my mind, so hey, you know me, I'm gonna put something out there, because if I gotta say it, I gotta say it. Some of you are gonna like this, some of you not gonna like it. NFL related this time, so you know where this is going. Yes, I'm talking about Antonio Brown. What has transpired with this individual in the last week, I am not surprised. In fact, par for the course, as they say. Now, we're going to break down over the next 10-15 minutes, stay with me on this. Two sides to this guy, two sides to the people who support him. They have those who obviously, they're out to get him, they're pigeonholing him, he's not the way the media makes him out to be. And then there's my side, is that you have dug this hole for yourself, my brother, over the last 3-4 years or so in the NFL. You've made it clear that you only care about attention and about yourself. You dig these holes for yourself. You fall into them face first. You get shoveled off to somewhere else where you continue digging more holes and you continue to fall into them. How is anybody defending Antonio Brown in 2022 is beyond me. Let's quickly run down this history. I'm looking here because obviously I'm not gonna memorize all this. So for those of you who don't know the history, this is really quick. For those of you who know the history, you're already on my side about this. So here we go. December 18th, deactivated from Pittsburgh. Okay, week 17 for a heat exchange with Ben Roethlisberger during a practice. He escalated to him throwing a football at Big Ben, Hall of Fame quarterback. Okay. February 2019 has a meeting with the Steelers owner Art Rooney, and both sides agreed part ways. March 2019, a year later, he's traded to the Raiders. Okay, what happens after that? July 2019, placed on football injury list because of an issue with frostbite from cryotherapy, because he went into the cryo tank with wet feet, I guess, which cryo, freeze, wet. What do you think is going to happen? Frostbite? Shocker. Who would have seen that coming? August 2019, he has an issue with the helmet, the new helmet that the league has instituted. Doesn't matter if you like it or don't like it. That's what the rule is. Your punk, you know what, is cashing the checks from these teams and the NFL, millions of dollars. They tell you you need to wear a new helmet. Suck it up and wear it. Otherwise, like I've said before, go back to the locker room, grab the keys to your Ferrari or your Bentley, and then go home. Since the rules are so horrible, the slave owners are making me wear a new helmet. Oh my God. Anyway, so he has a problem with that. Moving on, September 2019, he's released from the Raiders. Okay, September 9th, 2 days later, they pick him up at the Patriots. Tom Brady, my boy. Tom Brady agrees to bring him on. 1-year deal worth $15 million. So up until this point, you've acted a fool, throwing hissy fits in practice, throwing footballs at the Hall of Fame quarterback, complaining about a helmet, bitching you don't want to do it, getting into heated exchanges with coaches. Somebody still wanted to give you $15 million. September 10th, he's accused of sexual assault. Accused of, I didn't file a case. I don't know what the history is on that, but an NFL player being accused of sexual assault, we've never heard that before. Moving on, Patriots released him before week 3 because they told him to shut his mouth about the situation. And what did he do? Oh, he's Instagramming and Facebook living as he's walking out of a courtroom and down in Miami or wherever the heck it was. I remember seeing that. I'm like, you Facebook live in a court appearance? What are you, out of your mind? Who does this? Especially when you're accused of sexual assault. January 20th, charged with felony burglary and battery after an incident with a moving truck driver in Florida. I didn't even know about this one. So insert surprise me right now. July 20th, suspended 8 games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. October 20th. You know what? I can't even get through this. This is still 2020. Let's just fast forward, because this will take forever, okay? Recently, some incident happened with him. I guess he got injured on the sidelines during the Browns. I mean, the last game he had there. Tampa Bay was playing the Jets. They were losing, and I think he hurt his ankle, or his ankle apparently has been hurt. That's the story that came out afterwards. The coach on the sideline walks up to him and says, "Liz, you're done if you don't go back in the game." And that's what caused him to take off his jersey, storm off the field, waving to the fans and all that. Jogging off the field on a bad ankle. Let me just pause a second here, okay, before I even talk about... I sprained my ankle playing tennis I think it was about a month ago, okay? Mild sprain, not what these kind of guys get sprained. Mild sprain. I came home, ankle didn't swell up, but it gets very tender. I went to buy some shoes. I parked my car as close to the store as I could, which was about maybe 50 yards, not even, maybe 50, 40 yards away, the entrance to the store. It literally took me like 3 minutes to just walk from my car to the store, if you want to call it walking, because I was hobbling on an ankle I had just sprained mildly a couple hours before tennis. You can't move, you can't put any pressure on it. But Mr. Bone sticking out the side, fragments all over his ankle that got shot up, is now jogging off the field, doing this, waving to fans on the way to the locker room. For anybody who's sprained or broken an ankle, I don't know how much jogging you've done a couple hours after, or a couple minutes after, shot or no shot. But that's neither here nor there. What could he have done differently? You're pissed off about them making you play, and you hurt. You need a few more yards to get a $300,000 bonus. Blah 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 blah. What a normal, functioning, whatever that NFL problem is that people say he has, which I don't even doubt at this point, would do. Okay, that's how you guys are gonna be. You pick up your your coat to keep warm or whatever. I mean, to keep, because it's this time of the year, it's probably cool. Pick up your fur coat and you walk towards the locker room since you're out of the game. People would have seen it, speculated maybe there was something wrong with your ankle and he's going to get treatment in the locker room. You could have just walked off the field. This happens all the time. We see players walking back to locker rooms. We don't even know why. Most of the time we think it's because of some kind of an injury. And that's what it would have been. But not Antonio Brown. Because Antonio Brown is not concerned with what you think about him, as long as you think about him. As long as you give him attention. That's what he wants. And the proof is in the pudding with his behavior. Before I go on this, you guys need to go check out, there's an interview, I sent this to my sister yesterday, between Ava Louise, Insta Thought model, what's that? That fan site, whatever. They did an interview with her on a radio show, and apparently she had spent some time, quality time with him the night before. And she told the whole story about what went on in the room. It is hilarious. And what is really sad is that this is a OnlyFans. That's something I was thinking about. OnlyFans model and an InstaThought model who actually sounds more credible in her recollection of events with Antonio Brown the night before the game than the prepared statement that he's given out to the public about why he left the way he left that day on the field. And yes, I said it. It was a prepared statement. If you've heard any NFL player, any NBA player, any of these leagues where most of the athletes come from single parent households, Miami, Detroit, some low-lying neighborhood where they had to struggle to make their way to the NFL, to the NBA. If you listen to the way these guys talk, it is abhorrent, horrible, zero grasp of the English language whatsoever. How are you guys planning on reacting to the comeback the team had on you? We was their favorite term. They was. They don't know past tense, future. They were, we were. You never hear these words come out of these guys' mouths. So whenever that's just one example. Let's listen to him talk and you just want to throw up. It's so dreadful. And I'm reading this statement prepared by his lawyers, and I'm like, Antonio Brown didn't write this. This brother can barely comprehend two nickels rubbing together. All he knows is football. Brain-wise, it's gone. And if you guys want to say that it's because of the football brain damage disease that's making him act like this, I don't know. Maybe, but the desire for attention is where I don't really trust this guy. Fake vaccination cards, and this is coming from somebody who believes people should have a choice with vaccinations and not be backed into a corner. But I'm not going to go out there and get a fake vaccination card, which is a federal crime. So that's my take on this Antonio Brown thing. This guy, in conclusion, does not care. He only cares about the attention that he's getting. This pity party people have for Antonio Brown, you don't know what he's going through, you're not in his mind, you're in his family. Who gives a SHIT when you have a history of dreadful, disrespectful, disturbing behavior that is perpetuated by a league that keeps giving you second chances like this? What do you expect people to say? You are what you are, man. You might as well just own it. Okay? And the people defending him, you need to own it too. This brother has a problem. And his problem is he loves attention too much. Period. He'll do anything to get it. But I think I'll leave that right there. Thoughts in the comments below. Agree, disagree, as usual. I'm cool with either one. But I'm glad you stayed till the end, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.